guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to wrap up my goals for 2023. How did I do? Did I complete any of them? Did I not complete any of them? I'm going to let you know. Okay, so I did have 6 goals for the year. That's not too bad. So for my Goodreads goal, it was 80 books. I definitely surpassed that. I hit that, I think, in October, maybe. So definitely reached that goal. I'm not going to reach 100 for sure. There's still a little bit left in the year, but I'm not going to reach 100 definitely. And that had been my goal for the past few years, but my reading has definitely had to decrease a little bit because I'm working now and all that stuff. So I had to set a bit of a more realistic goal, but 80 was good. So, and I definitely reached that. Okay. And then I had read some established authors that are new to me and make sure I have multiples of their books. And I did do that. Let me find my page here. Okay. So established authors that I read for the first time this year. So Gabrielle Zevin, I read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Definitely want to read more from her. Louise Penny, I did read the first 2 books in the Three Pines series. I definitely plan to continue. Alex E. Harrow, I read The 10,000 Doors of January. Definitely plan to read more from her. And then Rebecca Yarros, I read Fourth Wing. She has written a lot, and Iron Flame. She has written a lot of romance books as well, which I have started to collect because I would now like to read everything that she has written because she's fantastic. So I definitely have reached that goal. I've read at least 4. There could be more in there. I'm just not 100% sure who else, but those are the ones I was kind of writing down as I went. So I definitely reached that goal. I didn't have a specific number in mind, so even 1 would have worked. Okay, read more sci-fi. Yeah, not so much. I did not read that many. I maybe read a handful of sci-fi books this year. Definitely not, like, I was really wanting to dive in and get into the sci-fi genre, and I just didn't. And I think that has been a goal of mine for the past couple of years, maybe. I know there was another year that I had read more sci-fi, and I don't think I did either. So I need to just kind of like maybe not pick a genre, because I think that ends up putting too much pressure on me, and just read what I want to read, regardless of what genre it is. It's fine. So next year I'm not going to have a genre goal. But yeah, I definitely didn't do that. Okay, and then I had always have a NetGalley book to read at night, concentrate on my most anticipated reads for the year. And I did that. Towards the end of the year, I really kind of was not reading on my Kindle very much. I did read a couple of Kindle Unlimited books, so there was that, but they were not anticipated books or anything. So for the NetGalley, I did read a decent chunk of NetGalley books, I think, this year. NetGalley is kind of always an ongoing thing that I like to concentrate on and, upping my percentage. I have been not requesting a whole lot over there and being very, very choosy about what I download. If I'm getting offered things, I try to make sure they're things that I'm anticipating, things I'm going to read anyway, stuff like that. So I have not been downloading quite as much from NetGalley, which has been good. But so I would say I definitely met that goal. Even though I kind of fell off towards the end of the year, I still read a decent chunk of NetGalley books this year. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. Okay, read some of my favorite authors to 0. I think I did. Who did I read to 0? Okay, well, I read 2. I had a couple in progress, and then I did not end up finishing those. But I did read Andy Weir by reading Artemis. That was the only book I had left of his to read. And then I did read Caroline Kepnes because I needed to read Providence, and I did read that. So those 2 are, I would consider, favorite authors, and I have read everything that they have written now. I really wanted to do Sarah J. Maas. The only one I had left is Catwoman, but time got away from me, so I wasn't able to get that one done. So that will roll over to next year for sure, because I have her newest release in the Crescent City book series is coming out in January. So that will be an absolute 100% I'm reading it. So if I just read Catwoman next year, I'll be good on her for sure. I did have Samantha Downing on that list too, because I read A Twisted Love Story, but there's 2 other ones of hers I haven't read yet, so I wasn't able to get to that. And then Taylor Jenkins Reid as well. So some of these, I have 2 of hers. So some of these will definitely roll over into next year, because this is going to be another goal of mine next year. And I already have a list of authors that I think I could really actually do this for. And, if I start at the beginning and kind of start strong and work my way through the year, I can definitely read some of my favorite authors to zero, even if they have new releases coming out, because I have read so much already. It doesn't take much to get there. Okay, and then my last one is to start reading the Cosmere books. Nope. By Brandon Sanderson. I did not do that. I did start a reread of Mistborn, and I never picked it back up. I have read the first Mistborn book previously, but I wanted to reread it and just really get lost in that world and just kind of keep going. And I just didn't do that. And I'm not going to pressure myself to do that next year. I'm not going to do that. I definitely desperately want to read Brandon Sanderson and everything that he writes. I have read him before. Obviously, I have read quite a few of his books already, but I just kind of wanted to start at the beginning of the reading order of the Cosmere, which includes several different series, and just kind of start getting lost in that world and seeing all the Easter eggs and all the tie-ins. And, I want to get to The Way of Kings because that series is supposed to be amazing. And, it didn't happen, and that's okay. And I'm not going to worry about it. I will absolutely get there at some point in my reading life. I will read everything that he's written, but I'm not going to try to work that in next year either. I already have some goals set. I'm happy with what I have. Just a little bit less pressure as far as that goes. So did not do that one. But out of the 6, I read my 80 books. I read some established authors. I did pretty good on NetGalley, and I did read some of my favorite authors to zero. So there were only 2 that I really just did not concentrate on at all, which was SciFi and Brandon Sanderson. And I could have done a little bit better on authors to zero, but that's going to be a concentration for next year. So I'm not really too worried about that. But yeah, that's how my goals that I set in the beginning of 2023 went. And, 4 out of 6, that's good. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. All right. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will be back soon with my 2024 goals. I'm very excited about them. And let me know how you guys did. If you set reading goals, how did you do? Let me know. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.